Hill today, Gavin Williams.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip, but he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners. Put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy is a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Bryson Stott, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And there's the strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. And that one is downstairs. Now 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground right side. He'll do it himself. 1 out in the top of the first. And time now for the Phillies lineup. And Chris, this offense is facing a defense that is well known for kicking the ball around a bit. How aware are you offensively of a bad defensive team?
Well, you're not like completely aware because you're really focusing on your approach. But I think when you know about a team and how they can be sloppy, and as it plays out in a ball game, you're more intent on saying with 2 strikes, I got to make sure that I put the ball in play, because even if I don't get a knock, there's a chance they commit an error and it leads to us scoring more runs.
1 out, bases empty. That one ripped. Reaching for it and brings it in. Two outs, bases empty. So Harper stands in. The first overall pick back in 2010. Up and in, and that's ball 1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Inside, and it's 2-1.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable, and that location will definitely do it.
Popped up, Ramirez. And that is that. Phillies down in order. Now the Guardians will get there. Back now at Progressive Field. And on the hill here today, Jesus Luzardo.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
That one misses, and now 3-0. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
It all just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and the guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Now it's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann. And a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No ball,
nobody out,
strike.
runner at first. Gonna count 1 and 2. Checks his swing, appeal to third, and he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Batting third.
Now it's Jose Ramirez.
Ramirez.
In the air, right field. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. And that one is lifted in the air. Marsh tracks it down for the out.
Batting fourth.
Here's the Guardians lineup now. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Stephen Kwan.
And Boog, he leads the team in on-base percentage and runs scored. I mean, those two things are pretty much connected because obviously you can't score without getting on base. This is a guy who really acts as a catalyst for this lineup.
And a foul ball. Right side. Kepler makes the grab. And that's the inning. Guardians lead one. Scoreless after one. All set for the start of the inning. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. Williams back to work. There's the strike.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. No swing. He held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there. Here's a 2-2. Good eye right there.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike if he swings or not.
And Schwarber strikes out.
I'd love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. That misses the zone, and that is ball one.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there.
That's the ball.
That's inside, and that's ball two. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Max Kepler at the plate. Kepler measures 6 feet 4 inches, 32 years old, and he was born in Germany. There's a strike. Second inning here, no score. And 1-2.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Swing and a ball popped in the air out to shallow center. Schneemann squeezes it, and that is that. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning, and now the DH, Kyle Manzardo. That's outside. Ball one.
Strike. Woo.
Just missed. little out front there as he swings through it.
Going to really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Good eye on that spot.
Okay.
And he chases that one below the zone. Catcher has it, fires to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Bo Naylor in the box with one away as he takes ball one. And another ball. A little bit high, and that's ball three. The wind of the pitch. Downstairs, and that's ball four.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted at first base with a quick free pass.
Man at first with one gone. Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. Slider right there.
0-1.
Almost got him.
One strike. Ball two. 2-1.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Next offering is fouled back. Naylor off of first with two away. And that's in the dirt.
2 strike.
And a swing and a miss. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. No runs on no hit. New inning getting started. And now it's JT Realmuto. Right down to shoot. That's strike one.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And now it's Alec Bohm. First pitch misses.
1-0.
Popped up. Arias snags it for the second out. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Swing and a pop-up. Foul and a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. 2 outs. Just missed. Down the line. And that's a foul ball. Swings and misses. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Down quickly go the Phillies. Still no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now at the plate, Angel Martinez. And that misses. And that's ball one. swings and blasts one deep to left center. Bang! He flexes his power with that swing. His first homer of the year. It's 1-0. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
So the batting order turns over. Now the left fielder, Steven Kwan. Cut on and lifted in the air. Marsh on the move. He's there. He's got it. And there's one away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Schneemann, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
One out, bases empty, and a run in here in the last half of the third. Just missed.
That's the ball. 1-2.
Next pitch is downstairs. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Close, but called a ball. 3-2 now.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Swing and a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Checks over to first. Back safely. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt. Outside low. And the count is even, 2-2. Runner on the go. And foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. And a foul ball. Schneemann off of first with 2 away. Runner takes off. Pitch inside.
1-1.
Throw to second. Out there. And the inning is over. Cleveland with the solo shot to take an early lead. It's now 1-0. As we go to the top of the 4th, this is Bryson Stott. Out towards left center. Kwan heads after it. 1 down. Here's Trey Turner. He's 0 for 1.
Trey Turner.
Swing and a miss.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone. Hey, partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals. Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Here comes Bryce Harper. 0 for 1 so far. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Two down, nobody on. On the ground, right side. And that one handled. Jump throw across his body. And very nicely done for the out. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're down 1-0. Here in Cleveland, and here's the first baseman, Carlos Santana. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
It falls in, and that's a base hit.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
At the plate, Kyle Manzardo. And there's a foul ball.
You know, these Guardians showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Next offering in the dirt, and it's 1-2.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Ball 2.
Got him looking. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, really nice job of finishing the hitter
Now
off right
batting,
there.
catcher.
Glove side command, fastball firm to the outside corner. Tell you what, very difficult to do anything with that pitch, even if you do swing.
Naylor swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the 2nd time today. And that's
1 ball, 1
downstairs
strike.
and outside. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the
Up
stretch
next,
after giving up
yeah.
the leadoff single.
That's
Back-to-back
shortstop.
strikeouts.
Yeah.
So they haven't been able to move
yeah.
that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
Arias at
No
the plate
ball,
with 2
1 strike.
away. Swings through that one. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. The throw to third. And he's in at second with a 2-out double. Now here's Nolan Jones. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's bad. Bang! That one felt good. His 2nd homer this series. It's 4-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Martinez now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Two gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering is in for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Ranger Suarez. The lefty looks to be getting himself ready. Sanchez getting loose as well. The next offering misses. And the count is 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Turner over to first, and that's the third out. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Ready now for the 5th inning, and now for the Phillies, Kyle Schwarber. Williams back to work. 0-1. You and I got a chance to broadcast the 2019 All-Star Game, and the city of Cleveland did such a great job. I felt like wherever you turned, there was some type of ad for the All-Star Game, a face of one of the players playing in the game. I thought the city overall supported the event really well.
Yeah, and I think the players backed it up from the home run derby and the show that was put on between Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Pete Alonso, and others. It was off the charts. And then the game is always special. When you see the best in baseball, you remember how special this game is. And to be here at this ballpark, I think just was the icing on the cake.
Castellanos batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Just misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. Now batting Max Kepler. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And there's a strike.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
The changeup missing. 1-1. And looks like he wants the signs again as he steps off the rubber. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
1 ball.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
And now it's even up.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That
3
one
balls.
misses, and now it's 3-2. Swung on and fouled off, and he'll need a new bat. Line drive, and that is that. Phillies down in order. They're down 4-0. Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Ranger Suarez.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him. These Guardians putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
The throw into second, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Just a great approach. Looked like that was exactly what he wanted to do with that pitch. And right off the bat, he knew he was taking that wide turn at first to head for second.
Daniel Schneemann digs in for the Guardians. And he lays one down the left side. And that's a foul ball. No outs. Runner on second. This one kicks away from Real Muto. Not in time. He's safe. Kwan up to third on the wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
1 and 2.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location. But clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Liner, base hit. Runner from third comes across, and it's an RBI single. It's 5-0. 1 down. So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Carlos Santana. Suarez checks over to first, and he's back. Suarez, a 6'1" lefty, 29 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Tap foul at the plate. And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
Runner on the go. Got him swinging. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo. That one's upstairs, ball 1. On the ground. Stop. The throw to first. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But the RBI single pushes across a run. Back here in Cleveland. And now the catcher comes up to hit. JT Realmuto.
Philadelphia, the catcher, JT Realmuto.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Here comes the skipper. And
Now pitching for the Guardians, number 49.
And here comes Alec Bohm. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Bohm, the 3rd overall pick in the 2018 draft out of Wichita State. In the air, center field. Martinez under it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, left fielder Brandon.
So man aboard,
Marsh.
Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. This to third. Off balance speed, there's 1. Double play, and that'll do it for the inning. Another frame in the books as the perfect game falls by the wayside. It's the Guardians 5 and the Phillies nothing. And we're back. Bo Naylor at the plate now. And a breaking ball misses outside. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Matt Strom, the veteran southpaw, is getting ready to come on if needed. Kirkland. Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He shoots one out to right. It's 6-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Gabriel Arias the next to hit. Swings and misses. 0-1.
0-1.
Outside with a breaking ball. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Suarez strikes him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And that one way outside. And it's 2-1. And there's a ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
The center fielder, number 1, Angel.
And up next for Cleveland, Angel Martinez. He's already homered in this game. And that is out of play. 2 outs. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Solo shot for the Guardians this inning. It's now a 6-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. This game's a bit of a blowout, Siggy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it. Boo, growing up, who was your favorite big league mascot?
The Philly Fanatic. Still the best mascot.
Is there a reason?
Well, I love the Phillies, and I love Mike Schmidt. Michael Jack Schmidt, 548 home runs. He was my favorite.
Well, some people say you and the Philly Fanatic kind of have some things in common.
We have a similar body type. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
The 1-2. Stays alive. Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Man, it's so tough to let a slow curveball like that one just travel all the way into the contact zone. You see it out of the hand, and you're telling yourself, off speed, stay back. But you just get too excited, you think you're going to hammer it, and you still end up way out in front.
Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play.
I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon, Boog. And
big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too, because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a big guy, too. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, he's large. The shortstop takes the ball. Goes down looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, you got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Harper, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And he grounds one to the right side. Throw on to Santana. Harper retired. And the Phillies are set down in order. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. They still find themselves down 6-0. back now at Progressive Field. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Quad. Foul ball there. Gets him to chase after that one.
0-2. One and two.
On the ground, right side, and it's through for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Really nice job, a two-strike hitting in that at bat. He kind
number
of rolled
10.
over on this pitch a little
Second
bit,
baseman,
but he got enough
Daniel.
behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Schneemann now at the plate
No
as he
ball.
swings
One
through
strike.
strike one. That one off the mark, and 1-1.
One ball.
Boog, the
one
runner
strike.
at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Over to first, and he saved. Swing and a miss. And it's
One ball.
1-2.
Two strike.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Got him swinging.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside
Now
pitch
batting,
right there, and
third
that's not the
baseman,
kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not foul.
Boom. 1 at second,
He's out.
and it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Guardians 6 and the Phillies nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 8th, and digging in for Philadelphia, Kyle Schwarber. There's a strike. Allard, 27 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. This one lifted in the air, left field. Quan makes the catch, and there's one away.
The batter, number 8.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now.
Designated hitter,
0 for 2 in this one.
Castellanos.
That
One
one's
ball,
upstairs,
no strike.
ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one hammered, but pulled foul. And he takes a strike.
A 1-2 count, all he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. And they cut into the lead. It's 6-1.
Well, there goes the shutout. Just like that. They're still behind, but this is a start. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And now here is
No,
Max
that's low.
Kepler. First pitch, and he just misses. Rips one to right. Jones hauls it in, 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. 1 for 2. Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Colby Allard out of the game. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Pitching for the
Tanner
Guardians,
Bybee will take over here.
number
Well,
28.
home runs have been a problem this year.
Tanner
Not doing a great job keeping the ball in the yard so
Bybee.
far this season, so we'll see if that factors in.
Makes the grab, and that's the inning. So it may be too little, too late, but they're on the board here in the late going. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. Back after this on the show.
Pitching for the
Back
Phillies.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Matt Strong.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Next offering is fouled back. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Ball.
Ground ball to Bohm. Bohm throws on to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Kyle Manzardo digs in now. 0 for 3 in this one. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Christopher Sanchez, the left-hander, up and throwing. One down, base is empty. That's off the mark, and now it's even 1-1.
Strom has a pretty cool hobby. Collects baseball cards of players who hit home runs off of them. I love the reason he does it. He tells people, if you hit a home run against me, you're good enough to collect.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Jumps, throws, and it beats him. What a play.
Great fundamentals there at first base. A textbook example of putting your body in position to make a play and doing just that. That's how they teach you to do it.
Two outs, base is empty. Now here is Bo Naylor. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch swinging.
No ball. 1 strike.
Outside. The next pitch misses. 2-1.
2-1.
Swing and a miss.
2-2.
Two down, nobody on. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Struck him out looking. Nothing doing for the Guardians. We go to the 9th. Down to third baseman, Alec Bohm. That's in there. Strike one. Swing and a miss as he was late.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Yeah, the batter now, Brandon Marsh. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Bohm around second, headed for third. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Back-to-back base hits. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Bryson Stott will hit next. 0 for 3. Manager out of the dugout now. triple digits. Next offering is in for a strike.
I was really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Good job to fight that one off. Steps off and bluffs a throw at second. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the ninth.
Oh.
And they'll do it again. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Man at second. Hard hit, left field, base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. But it's offline. It's 6-3.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Fought off foul.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to.
Ramirez. There's one. On to Santana, 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So they're down to their final out. Bryce Harper stands in for the Phillies. Well struck left field. Kwan sprinting after it. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And he's got a double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination.
And that is the ball game.
Start of a new month is a great chance to hit the reset button. Whether you're coming in hot or cold, getting that win today is a great feeling to continue through the rest of the month.
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Lo que te espera, arte moderno.